561 or by email at airport36@aol.com. Tune in to Harvest Radio again next week at the same time for another edition of the Town Talker.
All right, and the show's over. Bob.
One thing.
Bob. Just want to go back to you one more time. If you don't mind, the show is over. Just want to just keep going because it's really going to be uploaded to YouTube, Facebook, and all that. All right. Do you have just one daughter? Or
just one.
Just one. And,
yes.
And what was your reason for not teaching her how to cook? I like to stick that.
To be honest with you, I didn't have the time. I was a working mom.
Sure.
And just to sit her down or have her watch me, she was busy with sports, after-school activities, and I just never bothered to bring her into the kitchen. Just briefly, something funny that happened. When I did try to teach her, she put a pot of water on, she put something in the pot, her phone rang. She left the kitchen, never came back, never thought about the fact that there was something on the stove cooking. And so, and that was probably one of the reasons.
I think that's one of the reasons why I never really, it was just so hard for me when I got into dating and things of that nature, because I didn't understand women, because I was raised that the woman was supposed to take care of that part of the house, and I was supposed to be the builder. So I could build things and stuff of that nature, you know what I mean? But then when I was trying to cohabitate, they wanted me to do both things. I said, I feel like I'm getting shortchanged here. I thought that there was just a laziness or whatever, but then I found out later on that so many of them that just never even bothered to learn the cooking.
You know, that isn't an unusual situation.
What's
because that our daughters don't know how to cook. I mean, Lorraine is not, unusual in that aspect.
No, I understand.
Because
I heard the story
we're career women.
Yeah,
we're career women, and we are very active in a host of things, the community, the church. And even for me, when I think back, my mother really didn't teach me how to cook. I learned to cook by just watching.
Watching who?
And I watched my mom.
Right.
I watched her.
You was watching
and
her.
in fact, that's how I learned a lot of things, because there wasn't any formal instruction.
No. But it's
in
never.
the house.
But back in that day, it wouldn't be. I think the only formal instruction was probably Betty Crocker. The book of cards or whatever. But I mean, but that was a breaded thing. Like I learned how to fix things, not because Dad said, well, you turn it this way. But I see Daddy turning it that way, and I wanted my lawn to turn it that way. Daddy, I can turn it that way too. He said, you can turn it that way. Yeah. And then he nailed something, I said, I can nail something too. So you want to do, you know what I mean, and you're sitting there. So hand me this, the screwdriver, the Phillip head, hand me this, that, and the other. But what I'm saying is that we're meeting today so many women today that's basically Martians to the kitchen.
Add something to this discussion, ma'am, because, well, I have one daughter, right?
Sure.
Was not that interested in cooking. But one thing I noticed is that my 11-year-old granddaughter can't get enough of watching Rachel Ray. I think she knows every cooking show there is.
Wow.
She has decided she wants to go to culinary school.
Oh, okay.
She's trying to decide, does she want to go in Philadelphia? Does she want to go in New York? And so forth. So, and she's not interested because anybody is teaching her. It's something that comes from within.
Right. Sure.
And I know it's the same thing about a niece that I have.
But can that be a catalyst of why so many of us today don't marry today? I mean, that you perhaps, because can that be one of the reasons why today that we're not actually getting married like we used to do?
That's why you're saying because the young
the women
don't know how to cook or don't want to cook.
Well, I wouldn't even say young. I'm talking like 48 on down, you know what I mean, that just don't know their way around the kitchen. Can that be, I think that years ago that was one of the marketing tools.
I don't think so.
Because selling tools. One of the selling tools.
The selling tool. You understand? The selling tool.
As Barbara was saying, many of us are career people, and I know I did not spend that much time with my daughter with the kitchen, but she is in her early 30s, and she is an excellent cook.
Yes.
And she does that. I don't know.
But I guess have we gone so far from who we really are? You know what I mean? Like we expect mama to save the day in so many words, like to always be able to fix something. You know, you come in the house, mama always could take something and make something. Make something. She could make something. But now when mama can't make nothing, is she still mama?
Still mama. No, he's gonna run now.
Who is she now? You understand me? After all the other stuff is done, you know what I mean? Like, who are you?
Still mama.
And you know, is that the reason why today that we are more emphasizing the Victoria's Secret life thing more so than, you know, because before it was, you know, more of boy, she can keep house. You know what I mean? She really, boy, you know, I came back to my house the other day. I got to keep her. You know what I mean? She came through the airport. She was like a rocket ship. She just fixing. You don't know what she's doing, man. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, I want you to stay here. You never go nowhere. But today.
I just want to say something in my daughter's defense.
Yeah. No, we're not attacking your daughter.
I just want to clean this up. She is learning. Her husband is a good cook, and he's teaching her to cook. So.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's it. No. We're not. See. One thing we have to understand. One thing. I remember back in 1986, 96, after the Million Man March, I would, you know, come in contact with people I hadn't seen before. I said, or people I would meet. I said, you know, I didn't meet you before, but I met your character. So we gotta understand one thing. When we do something, you know, it ain't just us doing it. You got 50,000 other people doing the same thing that you're doing, maybe on the other side of town.
Amen.
You understand me? Like in other words, like I would be talking to the people around the area, saying you gotta keep that clean and whatever this and whatever. And I'm not just talking to you because I can go to the other side of town and see the same thing.
That's right.
You understand me? Because it becomes a way of life. A breaded way, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying, not attacking anyone, not attacking your daughter at all, no, not at all. But the idea is that the character, have we missed the mark? Because if the husband can't cook and the wife can't cook, then where do the nourishment come from? We don't have a cook like another Oprah Winfrey was able to hire cooks. Remember she had Annie, and then she got the other guy. And she called the other guy. She said, you know, in another life you were a Negro woman. You know what I mean? She said on the show, you know, she told I think the Jewish guy. She said in another life you was a Negro woman where you burn up in the kitchen. And I even heard Oprah Winfrey say with the billions and billions of dollars that she cooked corn dogs for Stegman. Now, you understand me? Corn dog. You understand? So what I'm saying is that have we lost it today? Because I was speaking down in Trenton the other day, last week, and and there was a bunch of young people there, you know, with the parents and everything. And I said I brought a bicycle with me there, and I brought it not to be actually a part of the sermon. The sermon was about something else, about Moses. But then I said, and as I came up on in the pulpit, I set the bicycle on the side of me. I kept talking. People wondering what this bicycle there for. So I pulled $50 out of my pocket. I said, you know, people say that you come to church and you don't get paid to come. But if any kid can put this bike together, here's the tools. They can leave this church with $50. Cash money right here, $50. You can take the $50. Do you know none of the kids didn't know how to put a bike together at all? I got the tools there. I said, it's got to be done within 25 minutes. And it shouldn't take that long to, you know, put 2 tires on, tighten the thing up, you know what I mean? No. And it wasn't, the frame wasn't stripped totally down. You know what I mean? But we're losing that little niche in things.
I think the message here, the thought here is that we might not have said in so many words, this is what you need to know, or this is what you need to do. However, I think the young people have gotten the message that if they can educate themselves, that they don't have to do any of the things that the former generation had to do, because you can always pay somebody to do what you did.
But can we actually?
That's the message.
Sure. But can we actually pay somebody to nourish us? Can we? Do we have it like that? Do we have that much money where we can just pay a good cook? Like Miss Ann had a good cook. She didn't need nobody else. Her cook wasn't this, that, no. I mean, wasn't a fast food. She had a good cook that cooked from scratch. Now, can we afford in our salary And with our mortgage, and you know